Assalamu alaikum dear student. Today we are going to talk about the Rutherford atomic model and the discovery of proton in nucleus. Student, in 1911 Rutherford performed an experiment regarding the discovery of nucleus in proton. In his experiment he used these things: a thin gold foil which was 0.00 and 0.04 centimeter thin. So I'll take here is the gold foil as this is the gold foil which I take is 0.4 centimeter, and then he took the gold foil was surrounded by zinc sulfide and fluorescent screen to detect alpha particles. So he surrounded this gold foil with the zinc sulfide like this. So this is zinc sulfide. Okay, next he took a radioactive source which is polonium metal. He took a radioactive source there, polonium metal, so PO. So he started experiment. He bombarded several alpha particles from this polonium metal. These polonium alpha particles were 20,000. He bombarded these on this gold foil like this. From this only 19,990 were fast easily. So take here, these were fast. Okay, but the remaining 10 were reflected in some angles. 2 were reflected like this in smaller angles, but the remaining were reflected like this and the same way. Okay, so and this experiment, when the report performed the experiment, he detects some result from this. So okay, here is he observed that most of the alpha particles, about 19,990, pass through the gold foil without any change in the direction. Secondly, he said that while some alpha particles were reflected through smaller angles, while only few two were reflected bounce back at their original way. So I took here is this two were original came an original way like this, and the remaining 8 were reflected on these smaller angles. Okay, so he took some result from this. The 19,000 rays were fast easily, so showed that the volume, most of the volume occupied by the atom is empty. So when most of the rays were fast easily, so he said that most of the atom is empty because most of the rays passed very easily. And secondly, some alpha particles bounce back at the original way. So and this he said that while some alpha particles were bounced back at their original way, while some reflected on smaller angles. So he concluded that the atom also includes some positively charged particle, because alpha particle are also positively charged, and there are some positively charged particle, charged plus charged particles. Therefore same charge repel each other, so the alpha particles were repelled and reflected on some on back on same way, but some on smaller angles. So he said that there are some positively charged particle in the atom. Thirdly, he said that he found that these positive protons He named these positively charged particles as proton or present in the center of atom. He called it a nucleus. He said that these positively charged particles, which tend the alpha particles to bounce back on their same way, are reflected and smaller angles. These are present in the center of the atom, which he called it a nucleus. So he discovered the nucleus on this way. Next, there are many main points about the 4 atomic models. So I am going to conclude these one by one. First, atom consists of positively charged central nucleus. It consists of proton and neutrons. He said that this is atom. So it consists of a nucleus which contains a positively charged particle is proton and some neutral particle which are neutron. Secondly, electrons revolve around the nucleus with very high speed, just like the planet around the sun. He said like this is a nucleus and this is the shell. So he said this is electron, this move revolve with very high speed around the nucleus, just like the planets revolve around the sun. Thirdly, the electron revolving around the nucleus would require some centripetal force. Nucleus provides this force. He said that this is electron that revolve around the nucleus, so it must need some centripetal force in order to that the nucleus hold this and does not go away from the atom. So nucleus provides the centripetal force which attract the electron toward the nucleus at the center of the atom. Fourth, the size of the nucleus is very small as compared to atom. He said that this nucleus is very small and compared to atom. Atom is atomic size because most of the alpha particles were fast very easily. So you can conclude that most of the atom is empty. Fifthly, atom is neutral as the number of electrons are equal to number of protons. He said that the number of positively charged particles which are protons and number of negative particles which are electrons, these are equal, which cancel each other. So the whole atom is neutral. Nucleus possesses the mass and the energy of atom. He said that this nucleus contains the whole mass of the atom because the heavy particle proton and neutron are present in it, and also the most of the energy is also from the nucleus of the atom. Thirdly, there are several defects in the Rutherford atomic model. Number 1, Rutherford atomic model is based on the law of motion and the gravitation which are applicable to the neutral bodies and not on the charged bodies. Rutherford said that the atom is like our solar system because in solar system the planets revolve around the sun. This is sun and this is the planets. This is another planet, so it revolve around it. And he said that electron also revolve around the nucleus just like the planet revolve around the sun. So the Bohr, after this Bohr model, proposed that this model is proposed to the uncharged particle bodies because atom is a charged particle and it is not proposed for the atom. Secondly, according to Maxwell's theory, electrons are charged bodies that revolve around the nucleus and should emit energy continuously. And this he said that this electron, it revolve around the nucleus, it radiates its energy continuously. So a time will come when all of energy is gone away. So the electron will fall in the nucleus, and the nucleus and the whole atom will be destroyed. But it cannot occur because if atom destroy, the whole matter will destroy, and the whole matter destruction will lead to the destruction of whole universe. So it doesn't happen. Thirdly, if electron radiate energy continuously, then continuous spectrum will be obtained, but actually line spectrum is obtained. In this Rutherford said, as electron, when this jump from this shell to the lower shell, so it will lose energy, and this energy will flow in a continuous spectrum like this. This is continuous spectrum. So It does not a continuous spectrum, it is a line spectrum, because if it is a continuous spectrum, so there will be no difference between the its color of radiation, that how it move. So the Bohr model proposes that it is a line spectrum, not this continuous spectrum like the rainbow. So I hope that you have learned more about my lecture. So I will see you next lecture. Please subscribe to our channel, and you will gain more and more of our videos.